The state of Mississippi decided to go after LGBT equality. Stay classy. Reuters reports here, Mississippi Governor Phil Bryant on Tuesday signed into law a measure affording wide protections for actions considered discriminatory by gay rights activists. The far-reaching law allows people with religious objections to deny wedding services to same-sex couples. It also clears the way for employers to cite religion in determining workplace policies on dress code, grooming, and bathroom and locker access. Okay, so let's be clear about exactly what this law is. This law legalizes anti-gay discrimination and gives extra protection for anti-gay discrimination. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it used to be that Mississippi already didn't have gay people as a protected class, which is a problem. So they kind of already could get away with it, but it was up in the air as to the legality of the situation. But now they're writing into the law books, no, if you want to say fuck you to gays, you can say that. So if a gay person comes into a store, hey, I don't like you, I don't like your kind, you can get out of here. If you're gay and you're working for an employer who finds out you're gay and they're anti-gay, they could say, I'm not comfortable around you, I'm going to fire you solely based on, your identity, who you are. Your sexuality. Sorry, I'm gonna fire you based on that. So this is grotesque, but I want everybody to do the important intellectual exercise here to find out just how grotesque this really is. Now, because we've lived in a society and in a country that's allowed this kind of discrimination for so long, I feel like many of us are just desensitized to it, where it's like, that's fucked up, but, do we really get how fucked up it is and how future generations will look back? Well, again, very simple intellectual exercise. Being a gay person is something that the person can't help. It's just who they're attracted to sexually. It just is what it is. You know what else is something you can't help? Race. So imagine in Mississippi today, there was a law that was passed, said, civil rights laws, forget it, push that aside. Here's the reality of what we're going to do. We're going to put into law extra protections for business owners who want to discriminate against black people. So if you walk into a diner, the owner of the diner can say, we don't like your kind around here, get out. You try to sit at the counter with the white people, we don't have your kind at the same counter, either get out of the store or here's a separate counter we set up for you. How about, hey, we don't hire y'all kind around here neither. Get out if a black person needs a job. And think of the practical implications of this too. Like I've given this example before, but whether it's a gay person, a black person, or whatever, any minority that's, traditionally discriminated against, imagine they run out of gas in the middle of a family trip in the middle of Mississippi. There's no places around to get gas and no service stations, no places to get food or anything. They're out there for a day, they walk along miles to the nearest gas station, and then they get in there, we don't serve your kind. Our car's dead on the side of the road, and we haven't had anything to eat in a long time. You gotta help us. We don't serve your kind. Get out. These are the practical implications of this deep, deep bigotry and hatred and intolerance. No, it's not acceptable. No, it's not okay. It's bullshit. This is exactly why we need protected classes. So as of right now, because of the Civil Rights Act and many other laws, you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to kick somebody out solely because of race or religion, for example. You're not allowed to be discriminatory solely based on those things. Guys, gay people at a federal level are not in that protected class. How crazy is that? Because in over 20 states around the country, they can fire you simply because you're gay. They can kick you out of their place of business, if it's a restaurant or whatever, simply because you're gay. The idea that the fight for equality for the LGBT community is done is nonsense. So yeah, the Supreme Court ruled there's a right to get married. We're now interpreting equal protection under the law to include gay people and right to get married. Great. Love that. 100% in favor of it. But we still don't have anti-discrimination protections for gays in the U.S. at the federal level, which we need to make these state laws null and void. And also, I haven't even gotten into world issues where in many countries it's legal to put gay people to death. In over 80 countries, it's illegal to be gay. They'll just lock you up if you're gay. No, there's still a necessary and important movement that we have to fight here, and we have to win on this front, because this is unacceptable. This is fucking embarrassing. Mississippi should be embarrassed by this garbage. Imagine it was black people. Imagine it was black people. Imagine it was Jews. Imagine it was any other minority group. How would we feel if that was the case? Imagine they did this law about Christians. Now, obviously, they'd never in Mississippi, but just do the thought exercise. Outrage everyone. Anti-Christian bigotry. But when they do it against gays... what do you mean? We're used to being dicks to gay people, so let's just continue being massive pricks to them. And it's cool. Because religion. And that's the thing. They're hiding behind religion here. They say... my religion gives me the right to take away your rights. No, it fucking doesn't. So take that ridiculous reasoning for a hike, because rational people in a secular country understand what the right thing to do is here, and it ain't what you're doing.